I'm so excited. We've just wrapped up. Today's the last day as we've shot the 50th episode.
Episodes are going obsolete, and it was weird now you bumping into these guys like, hey, didn't we shoot an episode? And it's like, yeah, we did. So 24th is a anniversary of my father's passing. JJ Taban, he didn't let me finish explaining what I wanted to do. He's like, hey, tell me where and when. I'd really tell you guys, comment. Jeez.
So the day has finally come. I was trying to do this much later, but I'm so excited. We're interviewing the host of Palatable Politics. Yay! I'm really excited.
Hi, hello everyone.
I mean, we all know who he is. Thapelo TJ Masilela. Thank you for indulging us. I mean, we're here because we are celebrating. I had a cupcake. Guys, there's a cupcake, okay? We had a cupcake moment with like little sparkles, like we're in the club, but we were obviously not in the club. Please put that in the shot. It was very lovely. So we're just celebrating Palatable Politics turning a year. We had an in-depth discussion before this, but I think, and I believe that the viewers must know. So we've just wrapped up. Today's the last day as we've shot the 50th episode and one extra one. And tell us about, the past year exactly on the 23rd of August. From day one.
This is definitely a weird feeling. I'm not used to being on this side. I mean, it's been a journey. The first time we actually shot our episode, the first episode was shot on the 21st of September, 2022. I mean, it basically took 11 months for it to be launched on the 23rd of August, 2023. It's been an experience. Learning curve at every corner. The first episode I remember I was writing with a pen and paper. And it's actually not understand why iPads are useful. Now I've forgotten the question.
So, and I like that you said that because you spoke about this earlier. You said you shot the first episode in 2022 September.
2021, September.
2021 September.
21 September 2022.
21 September
Sorry,
2022.
Yeah, my
That's
bad.
when you shot the first episode. And then you launched it 23 August 2023. That's a long time. And we spoke about this earlier, and I want you to share it again with the viewers and your subscribers. That firstly, what was happening for it to take that long for you? And then, as soon as you launched it, what did you realize?
I don't even know what the main reason is. I'd say the first reason, the primary one, was I was scared. I'm not a camera guy. I don't like attention. Ooh, what am I doing? The second part was that I wanted to have like this grand opening. Like I wanted to have that first podcast that when I launch this podcast, everyone that thought about this idea or that thinks they can do it realized they can't do it. So it's a bit of arrogance, which I was humbled. And the first person I actually wanted as a guest was the president of the MK party. And I mean, there was a lot of back and forth there. Actually went to Nkandla to say, hey, let's do this thing. And he said, not now. And then after some time, I said, hey, let me just take that step. But definitely, he is still on the list of people to interview. But but also just taking the step to say, you know what, I'll see what happens episode 2. I'll see what happens episode 3.
Yeah, you even said it's about just taking that first step and then the next step will come up and the next one and the next one. And I would like for you to share with the subscribers and the followers, what was your realization when you eventually started after a year? Like, what did you realize?
One, I realized that episodes are going obsolete, and it was weird now you bumping into these guys like, hey, didn't we shoot a episode? And it's like, yeah, we did. It's coming. Um, the and I'll be vulnerable with this one. The reason why I chose the date I did was so 24th is a anniversary of my father's passing, and it's like, you know what, I'm going to launch before this, and I don't want to things like, okay, I've taken much longer and kind of let myself down. I can't let things down. So that's how I actually landed up choosing 23rd. But I mean, it really should have been out a long time before that.
I mean, I think, yeah, using sentimental moments and memories of our loved ones is, it's inspiring, and it's worth using that as a stepping stone. Okay, you've reflected, and you also said some funny things earlier that I really want the audience to know again. You shared about the memorable highlights, right? What were the lows? What was the lowest lows? And then what were the highest highs? And let's start with the lows.
The lows, they definitely, and I know I'd really tell you guys, comment. Jeez, sometimes you guys comments. So that was one of them. But I've seen worse on other podcasts, but it was one of them. Late cancellation on guests, episodes where that didn't make it a scene. Yeah, like there were quite a number of lows. But I mean, there was one the guy started out with, Archie. Shout out to Archie. Thanks for believing and taking the gamble when we parted. That was also one of the lows. I was like, hey, she's what am I going to do now? But like I say, just took one step at a time, got the next episode out, the next one, and now we're here.
You also spoke about Kaya Dlanga and also shooting at, awkward places. Share a bit about that.
Yeah, so we didn't have much of a plan. We didn't have studios, we didn't have a location, so we would go to the people, and there are a number of people. Shout out to them. Just agreed to do an interview off of an idea. There was no page. There was no, hey, look what I've done. Hey, there was no. It's just, hey, this is what I want to do. They're like, all right, sharp. I'm saying that the first one was Deputy Minister Alvin Botas Deputy Minister of Durko. Kaya Langa was one of them. Unfortunately, something happened with the audio, and it wasn't something that, I mean, I could barely make out what was happening. There was another one with Olwetu Leshavani. There was something about color grading. It just didn't look good. So, I mean, there were some of those, but I mean, really, I can't emphasize shout outs to these guys that really agreed to take time out of their schedules and have a podcast. JJ Taban, he didn't let me finish explaining what I wanted to do. He's like, hey, tell me where and when. Malusi Gaba was another one. Tell me where and where. So it's like, geez, shout out to you guys. And I don't think those guys will ever understand how much that attitude goes towards building. So, yeah, they deserve a shout out, and many others. Our Deputy Minister Steve Letseko on LGBTQI. Tazini Modara, the current MEC of Human Settlements. She was the first episode I flighted. That was also a very touching episode. Shout out to her, and good luck on your new deployment. Yeah.
And what were the highs?
The biggest high was launching and getting that off my chest, and realizing that the world didn't crumble. Because I mean, one is people aren't gonna like it. So that was probably one of the biggest highs. The milestone, the first 100, the first 500, the first 1,000, 2,000. Geez. Yeah. So those are a lot of the highs, and just sometimes people randomly drop a message, really love what you're doing, appreciate it, means a lot. Or you're out at Groove and someone's like, hey, I recognize that guy. I'm like, oh, jeez. Yeah. So,
Sure.
yeah, there's a lot of highs.
Okay, and then speaking of episodes, there were some episodes that we also spoke about that, didn't make it, or like that you just felt like, oh, I don't know, Share a little bit about those, the episodes that didn't make it and why. And yeah, like what was so tough about having to make that decision? Because I can imagine shooting something and then having to make that executive decision is not nice.
Look, with what had gone wrong with two in particular, that, well, actually there was a third one, but I was saying the one with Kailanga, the sound, like there was nothing wrong to do with it. That decision made itself. Likewise with the way to the picture quality, just the decision made itself. The one I didn't mention when at IEC, there's one we did with Wayne Sussman, an election analyst, expert. So easy. I was by myself there, so I set up the camera on the tripod. The team told me how to do it. Easy, got it. Check, all right, sharp. Do the interview. And turns out I wasn't in the shot. Did the whole interview and I wasn't in the shot. So, I had to do away with that.
Couldn't you get his face in some? Okay, fine. Couldn't you launch it with just you asking questions? It would have been one of a kind.
I guess maybe, but I always I rely on the team. I rely on the team a lot, and their expertise. And as creative as they are, they said can't use it. we can't use it.
That's understandable.
Yeah, so that sucks.
Okay, and then I think we've gone through a lot of takeaways from the first season. What are some of the involvement from the followers and subscribers that you would like to see? Above and beyond the liking, commenting, resharing. Earlier, you mentioned about some of the jabs that they make in the comment section, and that's not nice, guys. But in general, I think for the purpose of the show, and what they can expect, how can they see themselves more in what you're building?
It's definitely engagement. Part of the team, someone dealing with social media, she's very proactive. Has polls out there, responds to messages. If guidance is needed, hey, TJ, how would you do this? What should we say here? Actually, let's do a video on that. But it really would be just to increase that, especially around comments, to let us know what you want to hear. Because one of the things I've learned in this journey is I actually don't know a lot. So this actually helps the journey, because what challenges you are experiencing or what you don't understand and how politics has impacted your life could be something that we could unpack and help you and everyone else like you and me. Just engage.
I think just now, in closing, what's your last message as you are going to now take this break and as we're preparing for season 2? What is it that you would like, to finally say to everybody that has supported you and everybody up to this point?
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to go from one. Even the name. There's a lady that came up with the name. Shout out to her. Ifilwe. Archie with production. Took a gamble. Fine. Like, as I said, we parted ways, but shout outs. It made it a whole lot easier. Noman, Faizan, crew, thank you. And there, I think that's where you can also really see the difference in production, the quality. There was a youthful component that came in now, because Archie and I were the same guy. So that diversity really did help. With regards to, and then social media, Katia joined the team. She's been very helpful. You've also joined the team. You've provided a lot more structure, direction, intentionality. So shout out and thank you to you too. I guess that was the introduction. the guests, everyone that made time, that made the trip, that opened up their homes, opened up their offices, everyone that liked, subscribed, shared, commented positively and negatively. The guys that have assisted in funding, there are a lot of people that have come to the party and they've sponsored, supported, just based off of a vision. So shout out and keep on doing it. But I'm saying, without you guys, so thank you. Let's grow, and so that we're able to give you better quality, and be nice.
Please be nice. I think you can sign us out, but I think this is we are excited. Everybody supporting you, running everything. Really excited to share with everyone what's coming in season 2. And I think a last point that I have in mind is we've been pushing you to rest, and the time is finally here. So I want you to just finally share, and then you can sign us out. But to share how you want to, or rather, what are you looking forward to coming back now in season 2? And this is obviously Thapelo, not because we've spoken Palatable Politics. TJ as the individual who's now done these 50 and extra episodes, has seen the highs and lows of this journey, learned, got burnt here and there, but grown immensely. Now you're going to rest. What are you looking forward to in the rest and coming out? What's the vision of TJ coming out and bringing season 2 of Palatable Politics?
Hopefully a lot less shy. A lot less nervous, more positive, more confident, better articulation of views, questions, a lot more me, and as I said, the team would want controversial.
Yes,
there's chats.
Spice again.
Yeah. So a bit more of that. And just coming more into myself. This is definitely, like saying, I'm not a camera guy. I don't like camera. I don't like attention. But this is really left of my character. So it's just coming and exploring and coming back to this journey with you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Thapelo, TJ Masilela. Please sign us out, as this is your baby.
Guys, thank you. Second half. See you guys on the flip side.
It's a wrap. Okay, so of course with every celebration, we need to have a party. So in order to celebrate this milestone, which I think is a bigger deal than this cupcake that we're about to light, I'm doing the stuff that they do in the clubs. I just don't have the champagne bottle.
Yeah, you can see this is not a club.
No.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, but this is really to celebrate. Next time it'll be a bigger cake, and balloons with the whole team. But this is really to say we have come a year far. And I want you now, once this club scene is done, yes, to blow the candle, and we even spoke about dream guests. So I believe that wish has already gone out and it's coming back. God will make it happen. But for now, really to celebrate, I want you to just blow the cake for us, the candle for us. Yay! Happy birthday, Palatable Politics!
Thanks everyone. Thank you.